What's up, everybody? This is the Amish space station, and this is going to be a relatively quick one because I need to. I got to get back. I'm still doing a lot of videos and things, and I'm preparing a lot of material. But this is something I've been waiting to do for a while. This is a response to a clown woman named Fight the Flat Earth. And she claims that flat earthers are abusive and child abusers. So I want to show everyone this here. The different types of child abuses from healthy place: physical, sexual, emotional, neglect, psychological. And we're going to start with one. This is going to be part one. And let's see. So we all know about physical. We all know about sexual. The emotional abuse. Any attitude, behavior interferes with a child's mental health or social development. Now, it can range from a simple verbal insult to an extreme form of punishment. Okay? Surprisingly, emotional abuse can have a more long lasting negative psychiatric effect than physical or any other. Other names for it are verbal, mental, psychological abuse, emotional, teachers, athletic coaches, siblings. So let's go with teachers as well, because this is very important. Okay. So first we're going to start about what they teach us about space. These are different facts that they say about space, but I do want to make sure you understand. In order for a person to live for a year in space, they have to drink 730 liters of their own sweat and urine. Chunks of your feet start falling off after a month in orbit. So all of you people sitting, telling your children about space and teaching NASA, this is what they say will happen to you in space. We have no idea what's outside of the physical universe, but it's pulling chunks of galaxies away, meaning that our galaxy could be pulled away and we all could die. Yeah, I looked this up earlier, called the dark flow and axes of evil and all that other stuff dealing with space. The night sky will eventually become completely black. Everything around you will be dead. Right? It's another scary mental abuse on children. Meteors can strike Earth anywhere, whenever, without warning. You could just be hit with something right on top of your head and die. Okay? 400 people were injured in Russia after a meteorite exploded in the mountains. So you honestly could die at any given time. We're a spinning space rock and you could just die. This is what you're teaching to children. Solar superstorm almost changed all life forever as we know it. So there's solar superstorms, meaning Earth all narrowly missed a brush with an extreme solar storm, the most powerful that we've ever seen. 2 years later, Daniel Baker, University of Colorado, said if it had hit, we would still be picking up the pieces today. Right? And this is from 2012, telling your children that there's solar storms out there that will kill us all. It begins with an explosion, then X-rays of extreme UV radiation just boiling your heart, destroying you little kids. This is what space is. The universe could just up and explode. Oh, really? So we could all just die. Is there any point in having any kind of morality? Is there any point in treating others with respect? Is there any point in anything if we're just going to explode and become nothing? No, that's a good outlook for your kids. Very good. Very good to teach kids this. Let's keep going. Space really smells bad. Oh, yeah. Here's some people how they described it. Hot metal, welding fumes, faint acrid. Just imagine sweaty feet, stale body odor, then mix that odor with nail polish remover and gasoline, and then you're close. Yeah, apparently you can breathe in space, by the way. Galaxies eat each other. Yeah, we're on a spinning space rock going for nothing but a possible self-explosion, implosion. And galaxies can just eat us. Yeah, no biggie. But galactic cannibalism is totally a thing. So you can just be destroyed in so many terrible, horrible ways. And you're trying to tell me that Fight the Flat Earth says that space is not child abuse? NASA and everyone else is child abusers, every single one of them. Craig from Fight the Flat Earth is a child abuser. Your arms float in front of you while you sleep. Spoke to Wired and describes exactly what life is like up in space. She described it in order to sleep on the shuttle. You strap yourself to a sleeping bag or to the wall. There's a giant black hole shooting through space at 3 million miles per hour. Oh, man. And it can just destroy us and eat up all of our light, eat us all up, and we'll all just die. We won't even know what happened. How about this? There are almost certainly aliens, but we haven't been visited yet, at least not in the way that we are capable of perceiving. So there's some unknown force that could be hostile and evil that's watching us, that's way more advanced than us, that will blow us up and kill us. Okay, that's basically what they're saying. Scientists are sure there's billions upon billions of Earth-like planets, so we can destroy this one, is basically what they're saying, right? Fermi paradox, get out of here. Every year, the moon gets 4 centimeters further from the Earth. Every single year. So what's this mean? That may not seem like a big deal, but it could have devastating effects on the future. Eventually, if it gets far enough away, it will slow Earth's rotation. So a single day will take longer than a month. Could you imagine how one day taking longer than a month here on Earth? Are you trying to tell me, Fight the Flat Earth, Craig? Are you trying to tell me that that's not child abuse, you child abuser, Craig? If a black hole were to find its way into our solar system, it would throw planets out of orbit and tear the sun into pieces. Could you imagine ripping our sun into pieces? This is what you're teaching your children when you tell them that space is real. They will rip our world apart and kill us all. And you're telling me that's not child abuse? While it seems like fun to float around, spending long periods of time in zero gravity can have serious effects on your mental and physical health. So while you're in so-called space, you'll have muscular atrophy after six weeks in space, even when you have a rigorous exercise program. So you can't survive in space. You will still, your organs will shrink and you will still lose them. They'll fall off. And that's something that they showed. If you guys want to see this little girl, this is what he looks like. He is a clown. A complete clown. They showed this in a movie that I was watching, because every space movie I have to watch and see. It's called Away, with the young man, what's his name? Hilary Swank, the young man. He's in it. And his child is just completely crying the whole time that his dad left. Hillary Swank left and went to Mars, and her other dad had a stroke, and it's just hard on her. So yeah, space is abuse, like child abuse and child neglect, even in films. Like, yeah, let's go to Mars. Mars is more important than Earth, like, and more important than being with my husband who just had a stroke. And it's just more important for you to make history. Actually, to make history, all they have to do is write you in. You don't have to go to Mars. But don't tell them that. Hopefully they won't make it back alive. Here, there are rogue planets that roam the universe and crash into things. So at any given time, most people who believe in space, they know that NASA's lying. And all the UFO researchers call NASA never a straight answer. So they know, because they think that NASA's hiding aliens. So they know that NASA would never tell us if Planet X, that little fake Nibiru crap, is going to blow up Earth. So yeah, this isn't child abuse. Oh my God, like you could die in so many ways without even going to space, so-called space. The heat of a supernova can reach temperatures up to 50 million degrees. Yeah, they said exactly what I was about to say. 50 million degrees. Then they brought nuclear explosion in there. What do you guys think about that? That'll just melt the bones right off of your dreams, won't it? Venus is the most extreme, dangerous planet in the solar system. Oh, sure it is. I think they said Venus is the same size as Earth or something. The surface temperature is 500 degrees. Atmospheric pressure is 90 times that of Earth. It's constantly raining down acid. And to top it off, to let you know that we don't know anything about space at all, we've only witnessed less than 5% of the material in the universe. We don't know anything. So we could just, there's millions of other things that may destroy us all. The other 95% is dark matter and dark energy. It's very evil. We cannot see it and we cannot understand it. Yeah. Teach your kids about space, please. This is emotional, psychological abuse at its worst. It's just the fact that the sun will continue to get hotter and hotter. One day, it will get so hot that the Earth's atmosphere will be burned away. The oceans will boil and evaporate completely. Then, when the sun's hydrogen is gone, it will expand into a red giant and consume the entire Earth, destroying it and everything on it. Sweet dreams, kids, because you're going to die in a very horrible way. Since space is a vacuum, there's no sound out there either. You can't hear it. You could just float in space and you would go crazy from the sensory deprivation. This isn't child abuse and mental abuse, even for adults. And yet you got people like this little girl fighting flat earthers who say that that stuff is all made up to calm yourself, to not buy into fear. This is what a demon looks like. Out of 430 people who have gone to space out of 9 billion on Earth, 18 never made it home. What do you think about that? A person in space and a person in Earth experience time differently, but neither of them perceives the difference. Oh yeah. What do you guys think about that? Is that a mind screw for you right there? If an astronaut has been in space for many years, when she returns home, she will have only aged a fraction of that amount. Yeah. Yeah. Go to space for 80 years and come back, and guess how old you're gonna look in fake space. like a 90-year-old woman or one of those Hollywood Transformers. If you were to step out of space with no suit, all of the water in your body would boil, evaporate, and expand until your body just pops like a balloon. What kind of trauma would you teach a kid that's right above his head? If he goes too high, he will boil, evaporate, expand, and pop. That's what you're teaching your children. Most of you, you will explode. Most of you should have your children taken away from you. Straight up. Scientists believe that the universe will end one day, but there are two theories as to how it might happen. I bet you at least one is an explosion. Yeah, it will stop expanding and instead just fold back on itself and converge into one tiny point before pop, you're gone. The other theory is the big rip. Expand to the point where fake gravity means nothing anymore and the whole cosmos will just rip apart. I mean, you will be destroyed in so many different ways. This is not even funny. Space is littered with human and animal corpses. Probably. In the early days of space travel, there were some failed missions that resulted in deaths of animals and humans. Not every one of these spacecrafts have recovered, which means they're still floating in space. Yeah. Dead bodies. There is a such thing as vampire stars. They suck the life out of others and go on burning forever, just like this guy. Just like this woman clown. Sucks the life out of people and keeps on going about his business. This is what an animal looks like. Look at him. This is a demon creature animal who says that flat earthers are child abusers. And all we've done is tell everyone not to worry about these lies here who have never been verified. Do you see this? I haven't looked at this site yet, but I'm going to end the video. Asteroids that could hit us, suck the life out of others. Space debris can just wipe out an entire civilization. Is there any point in owning a business or doing anything anymore? The deep, dark unknown does. Black holes just hurl themselves across the cosmos at 900 million miles an hour. Supermassive stars collapsing. You could die in so many ways, so many horrible ways. This is child abuse. This is child abuse. Look at this. This is child abuse. Your home could be destroyed and you'll be wiped out in a fiery explosion like this, knocking yourself out of your orbit. Craig FTFE is a child abusing piece of trash. Anybody who preaches space is a child abuser. And you all deserve padded rooms. And your day is coming. And you are going to have to speak and own up for all the horrible things that you do. So I wanted to leave this short and to the point. So I got more content coming. Thank you all for watching. Amish Space Station.